Good morning and welcome to Kiana Sky Speaks Readings. Today we're going to be doing readings from my same decks. First I'm going to do what we normally do, which is an energy cleanse. Today in a silent way. Om Mani Padme Hum Ase Ase Ase. Only good feelings and vibes this day. Only what comes from the highest light and the most benevolent beings. Okay. Oof. Collective energy is clouded. Get all those clouds out. I'm going to replace the clouds with sun. Oof. There we go. Clarity. Okay. What is the collective energy spirit that's being most embraced right now? We're no longer sacrificing ourselves, but we are the sacrifice of... I feel like I just heard we are the sacrifice, but no, we're not sacrificing ourselves anymore in this timeline. This card is truly giving the vibe of we are coming into our own. We're stepping into the water. And because we stepped into the water, our roots grow. It's a little clouded there, but the rainbow is showing through. So immediately when I pulled this card, I heard it's time to stop sacrificing yourself, but to be the living sacrifice for those that don't have a voice. That's what came in my head. So, okay. So the collective energy right now is sacrificing yourself. Putting yourself on the chopping block, which kind of needs to be recalibrated because we're not supposed to be doing that. We're not supposed to be sacrificing ourselves. We're not supposed to be giving more than we can, but as much as we have the energy to. I take the cloudy away from the collective and I replace it with sun. What else is the collective energy in right now? Would you be the ultimate sacrifice? And if you say yes, that's not needed. This is what we're coming into right now, partnerships and alliances. So we're coming together, we're coming out of like hermit mode kind of. Yeah, we're coming out of hermit mode and we're coming into where we just hold each other's hands through everything. We're, especially starseeds and light workers. I know I tout this line a lot, but I feel starseeds and light workers are each other's backbones right now. There's a lot of going on in the collective, energetically, romantically, physically, mentally, and by embracing each other, we're coming together and finding our balance, finding that normal, with having people by our side, it helps. It's not like you can't get through life without something. It's not like you can't get through life without a person, but it really helps to have those people, those commonplace people. And I think that we're lucky if we have one good friend in our life. Yeah, because I grew up with a lot of less friends than I think normal people would have grown up with. I had like one best friend growing up, and a lot of other fake people around me. Okay. So, this doesn't always have to be bad, but it's emotional withdrawal. We're being called to clear up our emotions. Kind of disconnect, kind of detach from the emotions sometimes too, because a lot of stuff is going on, a lot of things are happening, and the way that you can emotionally withdraw without completely emotionally withdrawing is just balance between feeling and just being. And the way you can do that is build yourself a firm foundation of build yourself an emotionally mature, firm foundation, so that your emotional withdrawal isn't like going numb, because going numb, no matter what anyone says to you, or no matter what, goes through your head, you don't have to be emotionally numb to anything. And even if you feel that way, I think maybe that you're just going through a lot. You don't have to emotionally withdraw just completely, but just emotionally withdraw enough to get out what you need to get out. Hey guys, I'm back. I had to go take care of a few things, but good old editing, huh? So the last thing that we left off on is make sure you create that emotional maturity, and that will build your firm foundation so that you can balance emotional withdrawal. So what else is the collective energy? Spirit. Two came out at once. We are connecting with our emotions. Wow, that's crazy. Connect with your emotions. And also with that, be the light. So I feel like this is a water message from the water guardians. So we need to be connecting with our emotions. So emotionally withdrawing as a balance, and also connecting with your emotions is a good thing. She's connected with her third eye, with her emotions. So, and that turns her into this, which is the White Witch, because she's so balanced with emotions, she can turn into an alchemist and be the light. Cool, I like the energy of the collective. So, what does the collective need to work on as a whole? What does the collective need to work on as a whole? Follow the voice of your soul. Yeah. Star ancestors are with us. The overall vibe that I got is follow the yellow brick road. Follow the voice of your soul. I feel like that goes synonymously for some reason. But yeah, the star ancestors are with us, along with follow the voice of your soul. Follow what your heart says, not what your head says. I mean, sometimes you'll follow what your head says. Just like I said earlier, balance, balance, balance. Okay. Spirit, what is something else we need to work on? We need to work on following the voice of our soul, keeping that soul intact, making sure we use our heart and our soul instead of just always our head. But also remember, the logic serves the purpose as well as everything else. Hope. We need to work on having this underlying hope. 1 + 7 is 8. 8 is abundance. When you have hope, abundance flows. Hope, hope, hope. No matter what's going on, just have hope. No matter what happens, have hope. And I know I tout a big line saying that. Like, what do you mean? Like, even if, like, you know, people are dying around me? Yeah, even when people are dying around you, because I've had people dying around me for years. And I just lost my father. And I'm not like, oh, hope, hope, hope. But, you know, it's like just that underlying hope no matter what goes on. There's still that hope, because even in death is part of life. And hope is part of life, and hope is part of death. Death is just rebirth. It's not even death isn't even the end of anything. It's a new beginning. And I just wanted to kind of make that clear, because even in hope there's room for death and rebirth. So yeah, I feel like the collective needs to work on hope. Needs to work on being hopeful in every situation, no matter what. And it doesn't mean that it's toxic positivity. It means that you have hope. No matter what happens, no matter what will be, there's still that hope there. And I wrote the book on hope, so I kind of would know. Because I've been through so much, and I still have that hope, and I hope nobody ever loses that. What do you have for a spirit? Okay. Graceful in movement. Ooh, excuse me. So I picked the Shaolin Master. Let me pick it up. Okay. Be graceful in movement and action. Be careful. Be vigilant. Don't break anything, is what I heard in my head. Try not, like, you know how, like, you drive and the fishbowl's in the back when you're in driver's ed, and your professor or whatever puts a fishbowl in the back of the car so that when you brake, if you brake and the fishbowl goes over, you automatically lose a point. Now, that's kind of like made up a little bit, but I'm just trying to make a point. My dad used to do that. He put a fishbowl in the back in the trunk, make sure I didn't spill it. But sometimes you're gonna kind of have to spill it because of how other people drive. But my point remains is just stay calm, be graceful. Don't let your emotions overrun you. That's basically what the Shaolin Master is, and be graceful when you have that much power. If you have power, you have to balance that power. Like I was saying, balance, balance, balance. Okay. Spirit, what is coming next for the collective consciousness? Bottom of the deck. Triumphant success. Alignment. Togetherness and bonds. I hear bonds. Good bonds. So triumphant success is coming. Let's see what's on the top. Because you opened your third eye. Okay. Triumphant success is coming because you opened your third eye. You opened your throat chakra. You opened your heart chakra. You opened your throat chakra. And then that gave way to opening the third eye chakra. And then you have, because of all that, you have recognition and reward because your third eye opened and light poured inside of your crown chakra, and you were able to create, and that brought about so much recognition and reward. It will, or it already has, and that's why you're living abundantly. What else is coming for the collective? Okay, warrior, be fearless and strong. What's coming next in the collective? Be fearless and strong. The sun is coming. Enjoy success and happiness. The sun is coming, okay? Enjoy that success. Enjoy that happiness. Enjoy the sun. It's coming closer to the earth, I heard. I'm not going to say much that my downloads say. I'm going to sound crazy. Who cares if I sound crazy, right? But I don't want to say anything that doesn't eventually happen. Or I don't want to say a possible future. So, the sun is coming. Okay. Spirit, what's the point of this reading? What is the takeaway that you want all of them to go away with? Shed your old skin. So throughout this whole reading, I've kind of been, hinting at that is emotional, like I think of emotional withdrawal as something that I would do in my past unhealthily. So shed that old skin and become emotionally mature. Yep. So leave the past behind and embrace the new reality coming for us. Shed your old skin, leave the past behind, and embrace triumphant success, and embrace the sun. That's the message.
What we wanna do on and on again.